What's up, party people? Hey, hey.
Welcome back to another episode of 3 E times. Hold on.
It's that. That's what it
Hey,
is
y'all.
exactly.
Welcome back to another episode of E times 3.
Yes.
Hey, hey.
What's going on, lovely ladies? So we
Nothing.
got some mess to talk about today.
Child. I'm ready.
Let's
Jump right
do
on into
it.
it.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All
I ain't
right,
got no
clip
nails
number
on.
one.
Why don't the women want to cook and clean for the men anymore? Because they're tired, bro. They have to go to work every day. That's not hard. They're tired? Yeah, they got to go to work every day, just like you. What are they tired of? Of working. It's not hard. I mean, that shouldn't even be like, I don't even understand the question. Like, they're tired. Aren't you tired when you get home from work? They're working every day, so they're tired. That's why I don't want to cook or clean. Yeah. You think I want to work 8 hours and then come home and then cook and clean? I mean, I do it because I have to. I have 5 children. But yeah, I mean, do you have a woman right now? What's that? Do you have a woman right now? I've been married for over 20 years. Okay. Does your wife work? Yeah, absolutely. What are the roles in a marriage? What are you talking about, roles? Everybody does what they have to do. Well, okay, what do you do? What does she do? For a living? No, in the house for the marriage. What do you guys do? What are your roles? Role? I don't understand the question. She does what needs to be done that day if she has time to do it, and if she doesn't, I do it. I do what needs to be done that day, and if I don't have time to do it, she does it. Roles? I don't know what you're How do you not know what roles are in a marriage? You're married for 20 years. You guys don't have any roles? Exist. Because those don't exist. Like, I'm not white. I'm not a white Christian man. I don't. What are you talking about? I'm not white. What does that have to do with anything? Oh, because you're trying to live up to like some white supremacist ideal of what are you talking about? I don't subscribe. Nobody said nothing about no supremacy. Teamwork makes the dream work, friend. We a team. Ain't no roles. What do you mean there ain't no roles? It's not that hard to understand. You said, why do women not want to cook and clean? They're tired. They have to go to work. Okay. I answered that question. Okay. You said, what are your roles? I said, we're a team. If there's something that needs to be built in the house, who builds it? You or your wife? Depends on what it is. What do you mean depends on what it is? Like if it's a toy for the kids, you know what I'm saying? My wife's better at putting stickers on, so she builds it. But if we're talking about that's not building nothing, man. I mean, I'm sorry you feel that way. Stickers on something? You've lost it. It's still a task. But my wife's an interior designer, so she can build anything. I ain't got time for no foolishness. He gone.
Okay, so first of all,
Can we just talk about the fact that you clearly don't understand the English language to where you understood or comprehend what this man said to you? Nigga, he said we do the work equally. Why are you confused? Why do you not think that if you are tired when you get your ass home from work after an 8-hour shift, why would you not think your wife is tired if she just worked the same 8-hour shift?
Although
But
I
your
will
expectation
say,
is for her to come home and clean and whatever else to serve the needs of the house.
well, my question is this: like, is there more to the video? Because he didn't really say what his expectation was. He just said that women should cook and clean. But to me, if you're a man of wealth and I don't have to go to work, I'll cook. Maybe we can hire somebody to clean. Like, I don't see, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing the role of the provider and I don't have to work to assist in providing, then I don't mind cooking.
well,
The initial question was, why do these modern women don't want to cook and clean? And the man who's been married for 20 years with 5 children is because, answered correctly, because she tired. She worked an 8-hour shift just like you worked an 8-hour shift. And in his household, there are no specific roles for husband and or wife. Whatever work needs to be done, whoever got the strength enough to do it at the time does what needs to be done. And apparently, 2 + 2 = 4 wasn't computing in Rocket's mind because he couldn't seem to grasp the concept of no, nigga, it's we a team, and it ain't, oh, she does all the housework and I do all the outside work. No, whatever it is that needs to be done, we do it because we do it as a team because that's who we are as husband and wife. He like, well, who does the role? That's why he asked if something needs to be built, who builds it? Whoever got the skill set, beloved. Now, what if the husband is all thumbs and can't build shit? Then what? He's not the husband anymore? That's not how that works. Because I've been the technical person in some of my relationships because I used to work for the cable companies. So when we had in the house, it was up to me to fix it because he know none of that. So does that make him less of the man because I handle all the technical stuff and putting all the computer and stuff together? So get in the kitchen and sling them pots and pans. Does that make him less of a man in the relationship? No. Whatever your strength and skill set is in a true partnership. Now, if you want a slave, then we talk about something completely different. But if you really want a equal partnership, which is what these things, you want me to go half on the bills.
See, and that's where I take exception. That's where I take exception, because to me, I feel like if the expectation is that a woman has this certain roles, we had those roles when we were staying at home. Like, to me, I think it's reasonable. If I'm at home all day, if I ain't got to clean it, I'll make sure I supervise the staff. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be at a certain income level to have that. So to me, if we both need to put in our money to make sure the kids can go to private school, then yeah, we need to be splitting shit. But if you are wealthy enough to take care of me, then I can supervise the home and you can make sure that the landscaping people cut the grass. Like, I think that's fine.
Absolutely. But now in these times that we're living in, 9 times out of 10, it takes the both of us working to ensure that we are not homeless and we have food in the house. So if I do a job and I'm out of the house the same amount of time or more out of the house than you are, because maybe I'm working overtime, maybe I'm working longer hours. If me and my husband, we both got jobs, and say he works 6 to 3 and I work 10 to 7. When I get home at 7, us being together, when I get home at 8:30, 9 o'clock, I have the expectation if there's children in the home, they have been fed and put to bed by the time I get home at 9:30 in the evening. At 9:30 at night, when I walk in off of my shift, I should not be, now I have to clock in and now I have to cook a full meal for me, you, and the children because you was just incapable, or you just been sitting around with your thumb up your ass since 4 o'clock when you got in the house. None of the kids' homework is done. They ain't had no bath and had to go to bed, and now I gotta start that whole routine at 9:30 at night. What the hell?
That's just common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like
if you want an old-fashioned wife, you need to be an old-fashioned husband and be able to provide for me to be an old-fashioned wife. If you want me cooking and cleaning and all day around the house, then you're gonna have to. It costs to be the boss, beloved.
Exactly. Roles are for rich people. Just like mistresses are. Can't everybody have a side piece if it's not in your budget? And that's the same thing with having a wife that's cooking and cleaning and changing all the diapers and doing all that other stuff. We're not working. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways.
But here's how I feel about the roles, right? Roles is for everybody. Rich, middle, poor. But the roles are different, right? Stop comparing your role to the next person's role. You can't look at somebody else's situation, like what they got going on, and think that's going to work for you. Y'all not the same people. Y'all mates aren't the same as they mates. Like, worry about what your situation calls for. I feel
Right.
like that's what be people's problem.
Right. Because you could marry this woman and you be a provider and she can't cook. Now what?
She's gonna be making Chef Boyardee every day.
So you gonna be she gonna chicken Alfredo you to death because that's the only thing she know how to cook.
Out the freezer, not the stove.
Not even from scratch Alfredo. Not even from scratch. It is a jarred Alfredo sauce and some rotisserie chicken out of a bag and some frozen noodles that she done heated up.
Raymond's.
Not Alfredo with ramen.
Ramens.
Father God, in the name of Jesus. Listen,
But look though, it's some men out here that's cool with that. So y'all go pick those type of chicks. You know,
right,
like match with the match. That's your match.
right. Worry about what you got going on in your house and what it takes to make your house work.
Right.
I did a TikTok in response to this guy who was like, "Oh, women shouldn't wear wigs or weaves; they should just wear their natural hair." And this girl responded and said, "Listen, there are plenty of women out here who wear their natural hair. If that's what you're looking for, go pick one of them. Leave the rest of us alone." And he's like, "No, just wear your natural hair." Nigga, who you talking to?
Because now you're gonna have to lump the niggas in there too, because they not wearing their natural hair either. They going right
Listen,
to the
I wasn't
spa.
I wasn't gonna say nothing about them.
Getting them laces
man
on.
units. Them man units be Jesus. Listen, they'll transform from to get away from me to hey, how you doing? But yeah, no, you can't there is somebody for everyone. Pick someone who is what you're looking for. Why are you trying to transform somebody into the image that you want them to be when there's somebody already out there, already formed in that image? Go pick them.
Yeah. But I also think it's a little deeper than that, because I think it's a black man issue. I don't see white men on anywhere talking about what white women do to their hair or anybody else. I only see black men talking about
it, but they don't put it in the public.
No, they don't.
Like black men do.
Mm-mm. We are the
white people I know don't.
Only ones. We be the only ones. You don't see Asian men talking about Asian women like this. You don't see white men talking about white women
I'm not
like
saying
this.
that. I agree with that. I'm saying that they do it properly. If like they don't like something, they don't like it, and
if they don't like something, they'll go to that person and be like, exactly. I don't like that. They don't.
Yeah, like maybe they don't like your,
something, and then impose it across the entirety of all of the women from that race, and be like, y'all should change that.
Because I think when you really break it down, fundamentally, even there are some guys who prefer women with natural hair. But guys are always like, oh, I don't want to weave. I don't want to weave. But you do want someone with ethnically ambiguous hair. That's really what you want. And you're not, you know what I'm saying? I could be out here with my kinks and we be cool, but you're not trying to fuck. I'm just saying. And
they don't know what they want. They don't know what they want.
I mean, they want someone who, not saying all men are like this, but a lot of black men have this issue with, they say wear your natural hair because they like how Cardi B's hair looks. But yeah, that's not how our natural hair looks, right? So
we don't even really see her hair.
Or anyone who is of Latin descent, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody who's ethnically ambiguous or mixed, okay? That's kind of, they want that sort of texturism type hair. And it's easy to say wear your natural hair. But yeah, if I wore my natural hair and I was out here with my 4C, hair, what would you do? Really?
I wish I had 4C hair.
Listen.
I do. Because as a cosmetologist, 4C hair do what you want it to do. My hair do whatever the fuck it want to do. I don't like that.
Not a cat of mind of its own, God.
Yes. And I don't like that.
Listen,
So
men
I
don't
don't know. I mean,
know.
I just hate that black men speak so much on our hair. And I think it's the same way. They're like, oh, I don't like black women because of this. I don't like black women because of that. It goes to that same point. Like, just like who you like and go fuck with them. But why do we have to hear you talking about my hair or my lashes or anything?
Anything else. Listen,
Exactly.
why I don't understand why this is what gets me too, because I saw a video of this where this white boy was talking about he hate black women, they the bottom of the barrel and all this other things.
Oh, right. Yeah,
It's,
yeah. I saw that video. I was going to try to get that clip too.
like I wanted to punch him
Meanwhile,
in the
he
back.
has like halfway a bob. I don't know what was going on with his hair. I was like, are you wearing a texturizer? What is going on with your head while you're here talking about black women? Like,
I
stop
just
it.
want I just want him to stop and think about the words that he said, that black women are the bottom of the barrel. So your mama is down here in the bottom of the barrel with us?
So you guys said this was a black man saying this?
Yeah.
A young boy too. Why your conversation can't just be, well, I like this type of woman? Why is your conversation like black women? Because they're loud, because they're fat, they're the bottom of the barrel, blah 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 blah. You seem to have a lot of observations of things that you say you don't like. Now give me the list of the reason why you like the white women. And don't mention black women at all. Quickly, go. I'm waiting to, sir, with silence. Yeah, right. You'll never get the list of, well, I like white women because of this, and I like white women because of that. It's always, well, black women are, no, sir. Mention your
I feel like
preference
they'd be
without saying
ashamed for the
anything
reasons
about
why
us.
they like white women, though. I
Huh?
feel like they'd be ashamed for the reasons why they like white women. Like,
Right, because they full
I
of
can
shit.
talk to her however I want to, and she's not going to say nothing back. Or I can cheat on her and she'll never leave me. Or like the reasons why they be wanting to mess with white women is because of lower standards.
Well, also too, I think there was somebody replied to that video, and I think he was gay. I think, and his whole thing was like they really don't like black people because then they don't like black gays. They don't like this and they don't like that. And I think fundamentally they have some distaste for themselves because yeah, their mama birthed them. So I think it goes back to them kind of uplifting white people. The whiteness is what they like about white women. So, okay, they don't want to say that, so they spend their time kind of dogging black women. But yeah, what's the point?
I feel like that's so stupid.
You would think that, but it don't work that way.
Speaking of color, let's play this next clip.
You haven't lost your mind. Don't touch me ever in your life. You touched me first, and then you got in my face. But don't ever invade my personal space.
Get out of my face!
No, I'm not.
You fucking
I'm
faggot!
not. I'm here.
You fucking
I'm here.
butt
I'm
fucking
here.
jab,
I'm here.
dumbass
You're
bitch!
touching me again.
You're fucking
You're touching me again.
Get the fuck out of
You're
my
touching me
face,
again.
It's all
You're
on
touching
camera,
me. It surely
sweetheart.
is.
You touched
It
me.
surely, but you in my
your
personal
ugly
space.
ass.
You're in my personal space. You're in my personal space. Stay out of my personal space. She's touching me. She's touching me. And I'm telling you, don't put, she can't put her hands on me. Hey, stop that! Hey! Don't you ever put your hands on me! No! Get the fuck everybody back off from me! This bitch, you're not gonna fight that woman, man. This bitch, no, watch out, man. You ain't gonna fight that woman, bro. You're not gonna fight that woman. You got the wrong person. Don't fight that woman, bro. You got the wrong person. Don't fight that woman. Put my hands on you. You ain't gonna fight that woman. Hey, relax. You ain't gonna fight no woman. I don't give a fuck. Relax. I fight whoever. I fight whoever. Put your hands on me. I fight whoever. Put your hands. I fight whoever. Knock your bitch ass out. Knock me out. Knock your bitch ass out. Knock me out. Touch me. Knock me out. Okay. Knock me out. You saw what she did.
He should have knocked her head in between the washing machine and dryer. What?
I'm gonna start off by saying I don't think that he was in the wrong.
He was.
Who I think was in the wrong was that black man challenging him,
At the
talking about,
end.
"You're not gonna fight this woman." Excuse me.
Listen, because that'd have been like, you right. Hold that thought. I'd have called, if I was him, I'd have called every female, because like, hey, y'all gonna need to have to come down to that. I got some light work. Listen, come on down here. Because,
And then did you hear the cameraman like, calm down? You're holding a camera. You be quiet.
you know,
I mean, I think they both were wrong, honestly, but because I don't think he should be hitting her, but I don't understand
Wait.
why the people.
Skirt. Is this your favorite word? Skirt.
I know.
Did you see that she not only hit him first, called him a nigga and a faggot, hit him again.
She was 10 seconds from spitting on that man. And when I say he should have balled up his fist and gathered all the strength from every ancestor in the world and knocked her back to the middle 16th century, that's exactly what I mean. Y'all gonna learn to stop putting your hands on motherfucking people because you think, especially women. My mama told as I was growing up as a little girl, don't roll up on no man like you want to fight unless you're ready to take that ass whooping like you a grown man, because every man is not going to restrain himself from knocking you the hell out. So, daughter, you must wanted that ass whooping because you should have got out of that grown man's face. You shouldn't have been in his face like that. And you put your hands on him, he had every right to knock your ass the slam out. I'm sorry.
And do you know the full story?
Something about she couldn't get on the airplane or something. I don't know.
The full story is, hold on, because I got it for you.
I feel like it's just gonna make me angrier. I know the lesson of the day is keep your goddamn hands to yourself. I know that.
I mean, I didn't understand too. She was able to get a lick in because the men came up, because at first she was kind of just doing whatever, but she really hit him when the men were up there.
When that other man stood in between them. And
right, and that's what I have a problem with, because I'm like, okay, I don't think he should be punching her or whatever, but why are you restraining me and letting this bitch hit me? That's an issue, you know, like, I'm like, okay, wait, now what? He shouldn't be, to me, if you see her all up in his face and doing all that extra stuff, they should have pulled her back. And
right, they should have removed her from the situation.
And instead, they're so busy trying to get on him, and she's still swinging. Like, how is that a thing?
And I hate when people do that in any type of fight, because they always are holding the one who should be reacting, not the aggressor. Why are you grabbing me to let this person sneak all these licks in?
Right, exactly. That's what I really didn't like about it. I mean, to me, I was like, okay, you know, he almost had to hit her back, because it's like, okay, you go hold me so this bitch can hit me. Like, who does that? So that part, I don't agree that I don't support men hitting women, period. But I also don't like the way the people were holding him back and not restraining her like she wasn't crazy. And I honestly feel like had she been black, they would have held that bitch back.
They would have slammed her on the ground and did all
right. They would have treated her like she was a man. They would have treated her.
And the man who said you're not going to fight this woman, he probably would have been the one to slam her.
Or he wouldn't have done shit. He would have just let them fight had she been black anyway.
Listen to the article, and the title of the article is correct. It says, taunting woman is struck in the head by Spirit's Airlines agent. Because it's exactly what she was doing, was taunting him. Spirit Airlines confirmed that the employee who was working for a vendor on behalf of Spirit was suspended. The company said in a statement on Twitter. The fight was apparently over a seating problem. The Spirit employee told police the woman got off the plane complaining there wasn't a seat for her, and she became uncooperative after the employee told her to wait in line for the gate agent. So the first article that I initially had read said there was a line This woman got off the plane because she couldn't find her seat, but she walked directly up to the counter. No, ma'am, you see the line. So he said, you're going to have to wait in line, because if he would have let her get in front, the person who she cut in front of would have been her. So he's like, no, ma'am, you need to go to the back of the line. And that's when all of this started. So she's dead ass wrong from the jump.
Yeah.
So you got irate because you got told to stand in the back of the line, daughter? That, okay. My mama told me that you get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. So I've always been told you start with the soft. You don't go straight to irate. You start with the soft approach. Okay, I'll go to the back of the line. I stand in the line. Hey, I have an issue with the seating. Blah, blah, blah. Can you please help me? And get the people to help you inside. You don't immediately go, oh, you bastards, you gonna get me a fucking seat on this plane and I'm not going to the back of this fucking line, you stupid bitches, fix my shit right now, because they're not gonna help you and you're gonna get put on the no-fly zone. So it would behoove you, if you're trying to get to somewhere and you need to get on a plane to get to somewhere, that you would act like you got some damn sense at these people airport. But that's just me.
Right.
What do I know?
That's true, but I do feel like in situations like this, certain people feel entitled, and depending on the shade that you are, your results are different. Because I know I'm a lot of places where, like, I hate to say it, but black people, we're kind of, if the service ain't that great, if something's not happening, it's like, whatever, I choose my battles. But white people,
they're not finna do that.
Anything, they gonna protest, they want a manager, they gonna do whatever, and 80% of the time, you don't get nobody who's going to knock you out. 80% of the time, the white people find some way and they get the seat that they want.
Well, luckily, this was the 20% time, and she got knocked out because
yes, she took it for all of her ancestors.
Right, daughter, come get this. My sister tried to get me a job at the airport, but I seen some of the horror stories that happened, and I was like, I don't want to go to jail, and that's if I'm at the airport. So no, I'm good because I'm going to be the one to knock somebody out because I don't.
And it's always
I
going to
barely
be
let
us
people on the
the
back
ones
today.
in short end of the stick.
Say it again. I didn't hear the beginning.
But it's always going to be us, the ones that's going to get the short end of the stick. Because there's no way that he should have been suspended.
Yeah. Yeah,
she should have been kicked off that flight and, like you said, put in a no-fly zone. It's not his fault that you don't have a seat. He didn't buy your ticket. He didn't seat you. He's working at the motherfucking desk. He don't know nothing about your seat.
First of all, how you get your stupid ass on the plane and you ain't got no seat in the first? Let's start there. How the hell did you even get on this damn plane and you ain't got no seat, broad? How you ain't got no seat assignment? How you get your big head ass on the plane?
Can't read.
What'd you say?
She can't read, obviously.
First of all, this is an employee problem because I've been on planes. You got the ticket before they let you pass to get on the plankway to get to the plane. So how did you get on the plane? And you had no seat, beloved.
There's so much more background that needs to be had here. I personally think she got on there because I've flown Spirit a couple times. She got on there and she didn't like the seat. That's probably what happened. Because when you get the seats in Spirit, they're packed in tighter so you can't recline. There are more seats in there. She probably found her seat and didn't like that shit. Or somebody sat in and they wouldn't move or whatever. Or she was in the middle and she knew she was going to be cramped all night. So
again, personal problem.
Exactly.
Because I ain't never flew Spirit. No disrespect to Spirit. No disrespect to you. But the only Spirit I want is the one in church. I don't want to see any Spirit.
They not about to put me in that tuna can and slingshot me across the country. No, ma'am.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. They pack you in like a slave ship. And it's very uncomfortable.
Listen, I was just looking at plane tickets for my trip to Vegas. And listen, I'm splurging because it's my birthday. What I'm not finna do is be on. They was like, "Oh, Spirit, get a Spirit flight." Like, devil's a lie. My
I've
ticket's
heard so much
$100,000
about
because
them.
what I'm not gonna do. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Mm-mm.
I've heard too much about them to even attempt to book a.
First of all, my anger issues, and they charge you for all your bag. Like they do too much. They do too much. If it's not your purse, like they might charge you for your pocketbook if it's too big. Listen, they be no. I talked to the Lord and confirmed that that's not what He wants for me. So I'm just never.
Yes, I did it once, and I was like, never again. You need
Yeah.
to save your money. At least go to Southwest. You can't go. Anything below Southwest is not going to happen.
I've been on Southwest a couple of times. I had a great experience.
Yeah,
Actually,
Southwest is cool.
I sat in a seat and nobody was next to me.
2 bags flight. You don't have to pay for 2 bags. I mean, Southwest.
Nope.
You can cancel 10 minutes before the flight. I have no Southwest complaints. But Spirit is janky and crazy. It's basically like taking the bus, but you're in the air. And there's nothing wrong with the bus, but
Yes, it is.
I'd rather take the train. Like I just have
Yes, it
preferences.
No,
It's definitely something wrong with
Chinese bus for $25. And listen,
It's definitely something wrong with the bus. I'm not going.
I will take the maxi bus if I have to get to my destination.
No. I got on the bus one time, Greyhound, and I would never do it again in my life.
Listen, I just don't.
And that's exactly what Spirit is, the Greyhound of the skies.
No, it's not. It's the Chinese bus of the sky. Let's be honest. It's the Chinese bus. It's not even the Greyhound.
But what is a Chinese bus though?
The Chinese bus where you pay like $25 and you get on like at a random location and they drive straight to New York overnight. Y'all ain't never heard of the Chinese bus?
No.
And then it
But
just
I'm
drops
so
off like in
intrigued.
Chinatown or somewhere crazy.
I love everything Chinese. Do they give you like fortune cookies or something?
You pay $25. You get your ass and end up in New York on the other side. That's it. That's all you get. You don't get nothing. Girl, talk about you get something. Girl, it's
No
$25.
egg rolls, nothing.
Listen, my Korean heritage is offended right now.
It's $25.
I mean, I mess with Korean food too, but I love me some Chinese food.
My God, I want that.
Don't even go there. For years, I was like, maybe I could adopt a Chinese baby because they seem so well behaved. But that is a totally different. We're going on a tangent here. Let's get back to.
They have to be brought up that way. They're not just birthed that way.
Whatever, girl. But anyway.
I'm done.
Anyway, back to Spirit. It is the Greyhound / Chinese bus. And of the skies. And now you realize these are the people you actually would be flying with. Because sometimes, too, it's like, who's on the plane with you? I wouldn't want to be on the plane with that crazy bitch.
Right.
Gonna have that boy with the
Hopefully
monkey
she's
pop.
on a no-fly list now.
Did y'all see that video
What?
with the boy who had the monkeypox and he had gone to McDonald's talking about he ain't had no food in the house? So you ain't got no Instacart money. You can't Instacart you some groceries. Why would you leave your house and then go to a restaurant to get some food, nigga? If you don't get, and it's visible all over his somewhere in California, this man went to a McDonald's, full blown monkeypox. Talk about he ain't had no food in the house.
So what did they
If
do?
you got money to go to McDonald's and you have money to Instacart you or Grubhub or Uber Eats you some
No,
food.
you might have had cash and not a card. You can't.
Well,
do
what
it.
did McDonald's do? That's what I want to know.
We don't know. We
Because
don't know.
now you're going to have me stop eating Big Macs, girl. I need to know.
You should have
Are
been.
you in California? Are you in California? You should be fine. I don't think the monkeypox is going to jump from California to where you at.
Stop eating McDonald's altogether.
I know. Now I'm done with McDonald's. I need to know what their policy is on
the other
this.
day. I had McDonald's the other day and it was delicious. I
Stop
enjoyed it.
eating that fake food.
Well, I am very much in the middle of this. I need to see what
just-
McDonald's has to say about this story. Because if there are a lot of people with monkeypox,
They didn't know that man had monkeypox.
once they saw him walk in there, they should have escorted him out.
I
They
don't
should
think
have
he
called
walked in. I think
security.
I think he went through the drive-through. He didn't have to get out of his car to go into the McDonald's. He went through the drive-through.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, then he didn't buy nobody then.
Oh, okay.
I
But you got reached and touched the same food. Then he gave them this card, which had the monkeypox on the card. Listen, no, ma'am. Inappropriate.
I would have
all
just
the way.
thrown his food out
They have to
there.
wear gloves at all times now, though. Like the people.
Who you see?
Don't they have to wear gloves?
Who you see at the McDonald's?
I would have tossed that food right into that car window, like boop.
Especially at the drive-through.
But he didn't. They didn't know he had it. He wasn't like, let me get a number 2. And by the way, I have monkeypox.
Well, they saw it on his face, and that's when I would have been like, okay.
It wasn't on his face. It was on his arm. It hadn't spread to his face. It was just on his arm. But it don't matter. Sir, you are putting people in danger. Why would you bring your raggedy ass out the house knowing you have an infectious disease that is spread by touching people? Why would you do that?
Ordered this though.
Over a Big Mac and did a TikTok about it like you just don't give a damn about it. Nigga.
Wow.
Really?
So he was happy about it. So he basically was like, I just came from McDonald's and I have monkeypox.
No, he was like, yeah, I had to leave the house and get something to eat. I've been stuck in the house, You stuck in the house because you have an infectious disease. Just stay your ass in the house. Have somebody bring you some food if that's the
what
case.
I was gonna say. Where's his family?
They probably know he's stupid and left him in the house to starve. I don't know. I don't know.
Wait a minute. He doesn't have a wife to do her rolls and cook for him.
Clearly not. He
was tired. Okay.
Listen.
She was at work all day and she was tired.
Right.
He had monkeypox.
Well, what have we learned today? Don't get on Spirit. It is the Greyhound of the sky.
Keep your hands to yourself, especially when you have monkeypox.
Keep your hands to yourself.
And men are stupid. The end.
Wait a minute, why do we end every episode with men are stupid?
I was just gonna say that, like, we cannot end.
That's what we are saying.
If it don't apply, let it fly, man. If it doesn't apply, let it fly.
Right. If you're not stupid, we're not talking to you.
Exactly.
Until next time, make sure that you subscribe to The Nicole, which is me. Make sure you subscribe to Abby Reviews. Make sure you subscribe to Exactly Erica. And we will see you next time for another episode of E times 3. If you do something stupid, though, we probably will be talking about you.
You are like a dog. We're going to walk you like a... Okay.